Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me back once again in the fantastic world of Skyrim with our legendary hero. Who is it, ladies and gentlemen? It's Reanu Keeves! Look at this beautiful, majestic man. Oh, is he not so powerful as he stands out above this entire universe, which he really controls. I mean, just look at how powerful he is. And to think the only thing protecting you at home from Reanu Keeves is the fact that Todd Howard managed to create a fantastic containment system which was sold to the wider world as Skyrim. You see, Skyrim is actually just an elaborate ploy to contain Reanu Keeves to stop him breaking out into the wider world. And the issue is Reanu Keeves is ever expanding, and for this sole reason Todd Howard needed to port Skyrim to more and more consoles, because Skyrim needs to be stored in more and more locations so that we can slowly split apart Reanu Keeves' powers. You see, if you were to ever get, say, about 20 copies of Skyrim and rub them against each other, Reanu Keeves would come into contact with himself too much that he might even be able to escape the physical realm of the game. If we were to ever reach that point, it's game over, ladies and gentlemen. The entire universe is done for. But luckily, thanks to the fact that Todd Howard recently released Skyrim on the Samsung Smart Fridge, we should be safe for at least another few weeks. However, the people over at Bethesda, they're a little bit worried because the original plan was to move Reanu Keeves into Fallout 76, as they were expecting that to be bought by literally everyone. The issue is no one did buy it, so apparently they can't move Reanu Keeves across. So they're trying to hurry on with the production of Elder Scrolls 6 as fast as possible, so that we can move Reanu Keeves into a greater, wider realm to hopefully keep him distracted. Anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are with Reanu Keeves, and we are going to be demonstrating some fantastical, wonderful exploits in Skyrim. Previously in Skyrim, I've shown you just the fantastic Fortify enchantment loop, where you can basically take all of your gear from being just standard normal weapons to going completely off the rails, and allow me to demonstrate. You see, a normal weapon in Skyrim would look something like this mace over here. This iron mace, which is fantastic and does, what's that, 10 damage. Very good. That's absolutely wonderful. 10 damage is great, you know, you could be wailing away on a boss and eventually you might actually manage to defeat it. However, there are some other weapons in this game that are much more powerful, like for example Bernie Sanders, a fork which does 5,521 points of fire damage. That is effectively the equivalent of 550 hits of this iron mace, except in one gentle quick stab of a fork, as well as the legendary Fork Give Me, which has the ability to absorb the life force of the entire universe in one hit. But of course, in the last episode we decided to test out the wooden sword. We managed to get the wooden sword's base damage up to 341 and 221, and create of course a wooden sword which manages to absorb 17 million health. But today, you know what, I've had enough of weapons. We don't need weapons. I was actually wondering where to put our weapons, because of course we don't really want anyone stumbling upon them, so we basically just want to place them somewhere where no one goes, and that way hopefully no one's ever going to steal the power of Reanu Keeves. So what's an aspect of this game which no one has ever visited before? Well, I think I found a pretty decent location. I mean, here's Amryn's house, an NPC who I've just not heard of at all. Hello, she just said excuse me to me. She doesn't seem too happy. Well, anyway, we've just come into her house and I'm noticing there's a chest up here. If I crouch down, I am completely hidden, so I'm just going to use this chest up here which has 7 gold in it and just deposit all of our weapons. Yeah, we don't want to really be using weapons today. I kind of just don't really have need for weapons at all. It's not that Reanu Keeves a pacifist, because trust me, he's much more of a pacifier, you see. It's just that Reanu Keeves, he doesn't really want to be constrained by channeling his power into, say, a physical object. He'd much rather just release it from his body. And so that's why today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using no weapons whatsoever and demonstrating to you, the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home, how you can completely and utterly break Skyrim, a perfectly balanced game with no exploits by the way, by maxing out your unarmed damage to ridiculous quantities, meaning you will never ever need to pick up a weapon again. In fact, picking up a weapon would probably be worse than just using your bare hands. So, let's begin, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, make sure you sat back, you relax, you've got a nice warm cup of tea in front of you, and hey, you might be one of those fantastic and lovely people who like the video. If you are, Reanu Keeves, he's over the moon. He'd love to take you out somewhere. And I've spoken to him. We're going to be doing an extra super duper special offer just for all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen at home. The first fantastic 10,000 of you lovely ladies and gentlemen at home to like the video will be taken out tonight by Reanu Keeves for a fantastic romantic candle-lit dinner with Reanu Keeves as he stares lovingly into your eyes whilst you stare into the abyss of his soul. And best of all, you don't even need to pay for the meal. Reanu Keeves is so good at trading and haggling, he can convince the waiter who's serving you to pay for your your meal. So why not like the video today and secure your place with a romantic Reanu Keeves? Isn't he just handsome? Anyway, it's time we probably begin our adventure. So, where are we headed first? Well, there's one or two little exploits I'd like to show you lovely ladies and gentlemen, just quickly before we head out into the wider world of Skyrim. And so for that we're going to need to go into the Drunken Huntsman, a fantastic little pub in Whiterun. Now in the Drunken Huntsman you can quite often find lots and lots of people who will be mercenaries and follow you. Like for example, Janassa. So Janassa costs about 500 to hire, so there we go, we'll hire Janassa, and I'll show you as to why Janassa is actually a wise investment. Now over your many travels in Skyrim, chances are you're probably going to have a large amount of pretty valuable resources lying around in your pockets. However, you don't really want to sell them because let's say you don't have too many of them. For example, these flawless sapphires worth 500 each, they're absolutely fantastic. Now what if there was a way to say take your 2 flawless sapphires and kind of merge them together and then separate them into more flawless sapphires, like say 3 flawless sapphires? Well, to do that ladies and gentlemen, you're going to first need a Janassa, and then you're going to want to get your flawless sapphires ready and just drop them on the ground. There you go, they're both on the ground. Whilst we're at it, let's drop some rubies and some flawless diamonds worth 1,000 each. There we go, fantastic. So lying down here on the ground, we probably have a cash value worth of around about 3,600. Now, how are we going to try and duplicate those items? Well, how you want to do it ladies and gentlemen, is do a little quick save because we know we've got them already there on the ground, ready for Reanu Keeves. Now what you want to do is talk to Janessa and say that I need you to do something. Now at this point you can basically command her to do things for you. So what you do is you simply point on what you want her to do, and in this case by hovering over an object you can make her pick things up for you. So what you want to do is basically stand a bit close to this door over here and then ask Janassa to take that, and that. There we go. So we've basically told her to pick up all of those items there, and then immediately you want to run out of here, exit into the wider world of Skyrim, but then as soon as you load out of here, you want to immediately hit M and then fast travel back into Whiterun, and you should arrive at the fantastic gates. Oh, what's this lying down on the floor? It would appear to be 1 diamond, 2 sapphires, and a ruby. So there we go, we've picked up some of the gems off of the floor which we had Janassa pick up. But what's quite interesting is if we click I need to trade some items with you, inside Janassa's inventory we already have 2 flawless diamonds, and 2 rubies, and 2 sapphires. And if we check our own inventory, we now have 3 diamonds, and 3 rubies, and 4 sapphires. So that's how you can turn the 500 gold investment in Janassa into basically infinite money. Now this works with genuinely any item in the game, including say your very expensive and fancy fortified potions of smithing and restoration. Heck, we can even start duplicating the leather armour which gives us 12,000 hit points. And that ladies and gentlemen is proof that this game just works. It's fantastic. Thank you Todd Howard. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the adventures of Reanu Keeves. What do we need to do now? Well, we've evidently demonstrated a way to duplicate whatever we want in this game, but what we would really like to do is to try and find a way to make our fists as powerful as possible. Now there is a very special place where we can go, and that's Riften. As in Riften there is a special pair of gauntlets which have a unique enchantment which increases unarmed damage, and they are the only pair in the entirety of the game. You can't find it wandering around on a Khajiit trade or anything like that, so sadly we have to make our way to Riften. But how do we make our way to Riften, Janassa? Well, quite simply, there are 2 ways. You can hire this carriage over here. Hello there, Bjorlum. I would like to hire your carriage to Riften. That's 20 gold. Not bad. Now the other way to get to Riften after hiring out that carriage is to alternatively go over to Skolvar here and buy his lovely little horse. You see, it only costs 1,000 gold, but it's much better than paying 20 to sit in a wooden cart, as you can get to Riften a little bit faster using this technique. Then you want to work your way up to the top of one of these houses. Right about here seems quite good actually. Pop a quick save down, but where you're ever so slightly zoomed out, and then you want to run back to your horse and make sure you're in 3rd person. So yes, you sink the horse's head into the shadow realm and suddenly you've got a pretty perfect setup. So now we're just going to zoom in and we're going to take a look at Reanu Keeves and hit E, and away we go. There we go. We've just... Where have we gone, actually? I mean, where did the body even start heading there, Reanu? Where were you going? You're just teleporting off into a random... And away we go. And this is Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. This is the special edition. It stands for being extremely unique. Oh, goodness. How do I Can I direct this, Todd? I can, okay. Let's angle it this direction, Todd. Cool, Todd! Todd! Reanu, what's happening, Reanu? Reanu, where are you going, Reanu? Please, Reanu, be careful. Oh, goodness. Oh, he just keeps going, doesn't he? I see, we're next to Solitude. We ended up all the way next to Solitude from... Where did we start? We started over at the Whiterun Stables. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how to beat the fast travel in Skyrim to get to your location. Before you even knew it was your location, or that you even wanted to fast travel there. I mean, that probably is faster than the normal loading time. With the fine art of horse tilting, you can never really be too certain where you're going to end up, but I mean, at the cost of £1,000, it's much more fun than just taking a horse and carriage. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've made our way to Riften with the fantastic Reanu Keeves, and just in time to hopefully help out a few members of the Thieves Guild with their adventure. But just before I do so, I'd like to mention that I have a slightly special video in the works. Now, many of you will have probably watched my Steam Sale is a Perfectly Balanced Game video, and that's because, I mean, it is pretty interesting and it does kind of teach you a little bit about the Steam Sale. However, the main issue that stops that exploit from being ridiculously overpowered and actually breaking the complete economy of Steam is the fact that there's a points limit. Now, there is technically a way to break that points limit and get it to increase for free and at a unlimited rate. However, doing so is a massively blatant violation of the Steam's terms of service, and so consequently I will not be making a video on it until after the Steam Summer Sale has ended, because doing so now might have my Steam account suspended, and I would most certainly not like that happening. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I managed to break the Steam sale to effectively stack an unlimited amount of -£5 discount coupons for free, then feel free to tell me in the comment section that you'd like to see it, and I'll make sure to bump my editor along and see if we can get it done as soon as possible. Anyway, onwards with joining this Thieves Guild. Now, when I say joining the Thieves Guild, we're not exactly completely joining it. I mean, realistically, we're just kind of wandering down their hallways and stealing a few items as we go, as is the Thieves Guild way. Also, perfect. Okay, it is perfect. Oh, this is beautiful. There we go. Just leave that there. There we go. It's Bucket Man. Okay. Oh, I love this game. Oh, right. Anyway, we're going to say hello to this lovely man here. Now, he's basically going to give us a special little quest, and our special little quest involves stealing a certain item from someone. So what we have to do is quite simply steal an item from this lovely lizard man here, and then get it out of his lovely little box over there, and then plant it on that man elf over there in the distance. Now, to actually get into that box, we'd actually need to get a key. However, I'm not really that interested in keys, and so instead I'm just going to pop on a special little item I made earlier. This is of course the silver ring, which has the effect of pickpocket success is 10,000% better. So what you want to do is pickpocket Medacy here, drop down an autosave in case this goes horribly awry, and then pickpocket their market key. There we go, success. And then you want to leave and crouch down, come on over here, and then open up this sliding door, steal from the box whilst you're hidden, and grab Medacy's silver ring. Lovely. Oh, and also the 50 gold and the sapphire, that seems good. And then what you want to do is crouch down and go over here to Branchi, and in Branchi you want to deposit that silver ring. There you go. Oh no, he noticed. Now basically, even though we bugged up this quest, we've still been invited to the Thieves Guild, provided we can fight our way there. Now actually fighting our way there isn't too difficult. I mean, we just have to wander through the main entrance. Although I now realise that I've actually left all of my weapons behind. So but today, you know what? I've had enough of weapons. We don't need weapons. Looks like we're going to be using the woodcutter's axe today. Alright, okay. It's combat time. Let's get to chopping some lovely bandits. Hello. Right. Luckily, we do have almost infinite health, so really we can just leave Janessa up to do everything. But we might as well help out a little bit. I mean, this is the weakest Reanu Keeves has ever been, technically. And when I say weak, I don't really mean weak. I mean, the guy is absolutely mental. Anyway, we're just going to walk past all of that. It doesn't really interest us. And instead, drop down here and through this doorway here. There you go. If you go through this doorway here and then immediately turn left, you'll end up with our lovely friend through here. Here it is, Guyan the Fist. Now, Guyan the Fist has a very unique weapon, except he keeps stepping on his own bear traps. Anyway, so yes, what you want to do is just steal his fist off of him. There we go. So you just want to beat him with your little axe until he eventually gives up. There we go, fantastic. And Guyan the Fist has been defeated, and on his body you will find Gloves of the Pugilist. I have no idea how to pronounce this, but basically it is the only item in game which has the enchantment enchantment of unarmed strikes do 10 additional damage. So naturally, you want to grab these bad boys. And that's basically us done. We don't need to do anything else in the Thieves Guild, so we probably just want to leave, really. Goodbye, Thieves Guild. It's been a pleasure. So there we go. Thieves Guild has been completed. Now it's time for us to leave. Oh, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've finally managed to horse teleport our way back. Although it's safe to say it's had some kind of lasting damage on the game, because this entire front of the stable house has been turned to Play-Doh. And not only that, but a few of these graphics are now having an issue. Yeah, Todd, what's going on here, Todd? Todd, can you give me back my stone wall? Todd? Anything other than the seizure wall would be good, Todd. I mean, just whatever this Play-Doh thing is, just take it away, please. Oh, goodness. Anyway, hopefully it'll fix itself. But now that we finally have the enchantment that we needed, we can finally actually get on with what we need to do in today's video. And that is to become the single greatest one-armed punching machine. Now, there are a few ways to increase your unarmed damage. The main way, which most people will probably know in this game, is to go into the skill section and come on over here to heavy armor. And then over to the left of heavy armor, just after Juggernaut, which we might as well pick up, is this section here, Fists of Steel. And this means that unarmed attacks with heavy armor gauntlets do their armor rating in extra damage. Now that's very impressive. But of course, to actually get this, we're going to need a high level in heavy armor, and sadly we're only level 20, so we need to get to level 30. Now, how can we get to level 30? Well, there are a few ways to do it, but alternatively there's the absolute mega cheese way. And as you know, come on, we're Reanu Keeves, so we're going to go the cheese way. So for that, what you want to do is go into skills and move on all the way over to smithing and buy steel smithing. And there we go, perfect, steel smithing purchased. Now you just want to run on over down to the forge. So bam, we find ourselves in front of the blacksmith's forge, where we can actually start making steel armor. Now this is heavy armor, it's very powerful, as you can see, an armor rating of 41. Look at how nice it is, fantastic. Now we'd like to make one of these, as by wearing this, we're going to be able to increase our heavy armor skill. And once it's high enough, we can finally make those heavy armored gauntlets. But first we actually need to start making them. So let's make some steel armor. What do we need? 3 leather strips. Well, I sadly don't have any leather strips, I don't think. Very well, if that's the case, we must simply wait for daytime. And here we go, we can finally start buying some equipment from these lovely little traders here. Oh look, leather strips, fantastic. I'd love to buy, we'll buy all of these, why not? So what I'm going to do is forge a piece of armor which is going to basically guarantee incredible strength. So what you want to do before you go into the forge is chug your potion of smithing, and then use the blacksmith's forge to create some steel armor. Bam, craft it, and then you want to run on over to this bench and use the workbench and improve that steel armor. And there you go. So this is the steel armor that we've just created, and with our potion activated we can craft it, and as you can see, bam, the armor rating of this single piece of steel armor is 293,000. Basically we've just created the strongest piece of armor this game has ever seen, and it's just basic steel armor. There you go, look, it's even legendary. But the most important thing is that this is heavy armor, and it raises our armor stat up to 293,000. At this level, it basically means we physically can't even take damage anymore. Once you have your fantastic legendary piece of steel armor, you want to run up to Dragon's Reach, and it's time to get enchanting. Because, a piece of steel armor on its own, providing you like 300,000 body armor, it's not as good as it can be. So what you want to do is run over to this enchanting table here and get ready to pop an enchantment. Specifically, you could also do with maybe chugging a potion of fortify enchanting, but be warned, this can crash your game. And you know what? I like to take risks, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Pop on the arcane enchanter, get the steel armor ready, choose the enchantment of fortify health, and the game's crashed. Right, give me a little bit to load it up. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a slightly more stable timeline. Now, effectively, the potion of enchanting I was using previously was a little bit too powerful, so I've created one which is almost exactly 50% weaker. As you can see, it only means that enchanted items are 150,000% stronger, which is perfectly balanced. So what you want to do is make sure you have this potion ready, and go up to this arcane enchanter, tell Farengar to just yeet off and let you use the enchanter, and chug your potion of enchanting. Now you want to go into the enchanter itself, select your fantastic steel armor of legendary, and enchant it with fortify health. As you can see, it's quite high. And then, I don't know, use a black grand soul gem. Let's rename this item. I think we should call it Yorkshire Tea Gold. Fantastic. And craft. Oh, perfect. Now we've created a legendary piece of armor. But let's take a look at what we've just created here today, ladies and gentlemen, and the implications of what we've just made. And here's the item in question. addition, Yorkshire Tea Gold, a legendary set of heavy steel armour. The armour itself provides a armour point value of 293,000 with a market value of 2.8 million. However, the real caveat of this fantastic item is the fact that it increases your health by 22.4 million hit points, which effectively grants you immortality, just like the refreshing taste of Yorkshire Tea Gold, which you can buy online today for the low price of only $5.99. My goodness, never before has such a fantastic tea ever been created. Oh, it's fantastic. Now you might be wondering, come on Spiff, why would you even need a piece of heavy armor which increases your health by 22.4 million? It's kind of pretty useless. I know, ladies and gentlemen, but in the wise words of Greek philosopher Moto, I like 'em big. And I like them chunky, which is exactly why we have this piece of armor in front of us today. Now, let's go take it for a spin. So what we're going to do is fast travel to the giant camp just outside of Whiterun and just say hello to the giants. I mean, I'm kind of hoping some of them are BFG level, kind of like, you know, big friendly guys, but no, they actually just want to defeat us. However, the issue is, because our health is so high and our health regen scales as a percentage with our health, as soon as we take damage, we immediately just gain it back. We have reached a point where we are physically unable to take damage. Also, Janessa, for goodness sake, can you please stop killing the giants? I need them to damage me. Oh, fine, Janessa, fine. Just you do your thing. Stop killing the giants, Janessa. But there we go. You see, we get hit by the giants and our heavy armor stat is raised to 23. Oh, there we go. It's gone up to 35 for light armor. Very good. Heavy armor is now up to 24. Very nice. Oh, come on, Janessa. You've just killed both the giants. If I had my fork right now, I would genuinely yeet you into oblivion. Anyway, let's run off in this direction, and hopefully there should be some bandits which can increase my heavy armor rating even more. Oh my goodness, are these mud crabs? Mud crabs, you hardly ever get to see these guys around. Right, mud crabs, attack me. Come on, baby mud crab. Oh wow, no, you just got defeated instantly by Janassa. Can you please stop it? Oh, but luckily bandits are assisting. Come on, hit me, not her. Come on, please, I'm the unarmed one. No, that went straight past me. Right, I'll stand in front of the arrows. That should help. Right, come on. Into me. There we go. One in the arm. Good. Now we're getting a bit of magic going as well. Nice. How's our health doing? Still hasn't moved from 22.4 million. Just, you know, keep trying and eventually something will happen. Come on, bandits. Okay, stab me. Come on. Give me a good stab. Wow, that's a arrow straight through the frontal lobe there, but it's not really making much of a difference, I'm afraid. In fact, I think we've reached the point where he is actually unable to be defeated. Right, come on, bandits, please. Come on. Just, I don't know. Look, I'll even give you some mental assistance by just clobbering you a bit. Janessa, stop. Right, Janessa, I'm sorry, but you need to go. You need to go, Janessa. Janessa, have you killed all of the other bandits? Seriously, Janessa? You are the worst follower, the single worst companion. Can you just go away? Part ways. Right, just be gone. There we go. Janessa's finally gone now, so now hopefully we can, I don't know, wander into these cave systems and get attacked by bandits. Come on, I just need literally 5 of you to stand still and hit me repeatedly for a few hours. Oh, there we go. Here we go. We found a guy. Right, arrow. Get another one off. Good. Come on. Let's get this damage going. Let's get this damage going, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Keep grinding those numbers a bit, though. We've got more bandits down here. Yep, there's another bandit. Nice. Any bandits? No. We can just open this up to Skyrim. Right. Wow, these bandits are really useless. They're just not even damaging me. Right, here's an idea. What if we just spawn in a ton of bandits to help with this lovely little foray? There we go. That spawns 1 bandit outlaw. That's nice. Right, what if we crank this up a bit and spawn in, say, 10? There we go. That should be good. Suddenly 10 bandit outlaws. Right, keep wailing on us and let's try and get these stats down a bit, okay? Oh yes, heavy armor increase to 29. This is the stuff. Oh, finally, we're grinding those gamer numbers. Oh, and there it is. Heavy armor increased to 30. Perfect. Now you can go to heavy armor and up here, unarmed attacks with heavy armor gauntlets do their armor rating and extra damage. Very nice. Right, I guess it's just time I leave then. Right, see you guys later. Thanks. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Goodbye. Skyrim time. No, where's my horse going? Oh, for goodness sake, the horse is trying to fight them all. Classic horse. So there we have it, armor level 30. But what significance does this mean for Reanu Keeves? Well, it means we can actually use the blacksmith's forge to craft something pretty wacky. See, in the steel armor section, you can craft a steel imperial gauntlets or steel Nordic gauntlets. Oh, the choice. Do you go for the Empire or do you go for the Nords? Well, come on, I'm a Brit. Gotta go for the Empire. I mean, look at how jazzy they are. So, we forge ourselves a set of steel imperial gauntlets. Fantastic. Now, these are pretty useless because at the current rate, if we were to put these bad boys on and take off our current leather braces, all we've ended up doing is raising our unarmed fist damage to about 17 hit points, which, you know, isn't the best. So what of course you'd want to do is say hop on this workbench and try and improve them using, I don't know, steel ingots, and look how great that is. You can raise it up to 30. That is fantastic. However, that's not what we're going to be doing. No. Instead, we're going to be running down to that alchemy shop. So you want to come into Arcadia's Cauldron, where they have literally every single ingredient in the world, and we need to make ourselves a special little thing. A fortified smithing potion. But of course, we don't want to go for this basic one here. No. So what you'd want to do is take off your steel imperial gauntlets and pop on our lovely leather potion making braces. And now fortify smithing. There we go. For 30 seconds, weapon and armor improvements are 12,000 better. Lovely. What we want to do is quit out of this alchemy lab and run on down to the smithing area, as we've got a pair of pretty overpowered gauntlets to make. So now we come back to our lovely smith and we have this workbench here. So what you want to do is chug your potion of fortifying smithing, use this workbench and improve the steel imperial gauntlets up to 1,535 armor. So let's craft these bad boys. And now they're legendary. Lovely. Now these fantastic lovely little gauntlets that we have are very overpowered, and because of their fantastic armor rating, they now do 1,531 damage. Allow me to demonstrate. Boop, 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 boop. Come on, boop. Well, sadly, it would appear that the armor rating of these gauntlets is so high, Todd Howes is struggling to calculate it. I mean, he is kind of adding the damage. We're doing a lot more damage than normal unarmed attacks, but it's just not quite what I'm looking for. So I think we need to make it even higher. Oh, wow. Janessa came back. She's not even my follower and she's helping me. Well, I told her to go away. And here she is, saving me. Wow, this is incredible. Janessa, don't die, please. Are you immortal? You don't seem to have a health bar. This is fantastic. You know, I think I need to actually take out more of these guards. My goodness, look at her go. She's fantastic. This is incredible. Anyway, I'm going to reset this timeline as I don't really want to be at war with the whole of Whiterun at the moment. But as you can see, we've made some pretty decent gauntlets. They do make one-on-one fist punching quite useful, but they could be better. Isn't that right, Bellafor? That is right, Bellafor, isn't it? Yes, Bellafor. Yes. So what you want to do is, after your fantastic smithing of those fantastic iron gauntlets, I mean, don't they just look amazing? You want to come on over here to our fantastic, lovely little alchemy desk. Yay, the arcane enchanter. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you want to get your enchanting potion ready. And also drop down a quick save because you don't know if the game's going to crash. So now we're going to harvest those gauntlets we got earlier. See these gloves of the pugilist? Let's get the enchantment off of those. Anyway, so there we go. You get your enchantment from your gloves of the pugilist, and then what you want to do, go items, potions, and chug your potion of enchanting. And then go back into the arcane enchanter and forge yourself a pair of steel imperial gauntlets with fortify unarmed and whack on a black soul gem. You know, rename this. What are we going to have to call it? Well, something that befits one punching everything out of existence. And of course it has to be the Yeetforce 9000. And craft. Lovely stuff. And that's immediately leveled our enchanting to 43. So there we have it. We have a total overall armor rating of around 300,000, but most importantly, our gauntlets do an extra 22.8 million additional damage in an unarmed strike. But we can improve this technically even more. Go over to your alchemy lab, pop one of your potions of restoration of some kind. Go over to your alchemy lab, take off your amazing gauntlets, I know, but sadly you need to actually turn on your crafting potion stuff. So put on the crafting braces, go to the alchemy lab, and craft yourself a restoration potion. Quit the alchemy, go into items, chug the restoration potion, go back into the alchemy, and make yourself an enchanting potion. Fantastic. Make yourself a few of these as well. And you want to back on out of that, come over to the arcane enchanter, pop your fantastic enchanting potions, and use the enchanter to just enchant a ring. So you want to get, I don't know, a silver ring, enchantment of fortify unarmed, and whack it into a grand soul gem. Lovely. Now this is just quite minor, this lovely ring we've made. It does 2,288 increased unarmed damage, but when you really think about it, that is actually going to one-hit effectively all of the final bosses in the game. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have accidentally created something that can one-punch everything out of this game. So let's drop down to quick save and Balgroofed. Oh, and it's Farengar. Farengar's down. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, but yeah, these Whiterun guards, they're just, they don't really stand up to anything, I'm afraid. Even if they try and block, you know, you can just go through the shield, apparently. So yeah, they're all gone. Sorry, guys. Whiterun is now ours. Sorry, guys. No way to stop Reanu Keeves, is there? He can't take damage for a start. Or can he? No, he still can't. Still 22.4 million health. Sorry, Balgroof. And you're gone. But I mean, where does this realistically put us in a position? I mean, we can't really be defeated. We have the ability to one-punch almost everything. I'm almost considering what happens if we were to take on, say, the Ebony Warrior, because last time we could fight him very successfully, like really successfully, and we could defeat him in about 1 or 2 hits. Now we can probably defeat him in 1, but not only that, I'm not even certain if Reanu Keeves can actually physically take damage anymore. It honestly feels like he's just become resilient to everything. His damage resistance is just off the charts. And to think he's powered by the liquid gold that is Yorkshire tea. It is tasty. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the adventures of Reanu Keeves, where, as you can see, he is asserting his dominance over most of Skyrim by just power posing on top of this tiny tower we found. But he has finally reached a point where his weapons have just overtaken everything in the universe. I mean, I say weapons. His weapons tab is actually empty other than these iron arrows, but hey, we'll get rid of those. As you can see, he doesn't even need to hold weapons to be the most powerful being. All he needs is the Yeetforce 9000 and a small amount of Yorkshire tea gold. And suddenly we find ourselves with a immortal character with 22 million health who also has an armour stat so high he physically can't take damage. And what better way to demonstrate this than in the fantastic world of Skyrim, where today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find a nice open space and see if we can get some challenges for our lovely hero to fight. Oh, this is a good start. You see, we have wolves in front of us now. One wolf, however, it's not going to be that effective, but what if we had multiple of these bad boys? Like, for example, 25 of them. There we go. Suddenly we have a lot of wolves. Hang on a second. These aren't wolves. These are actual saber-toothed tigers. Okay, well, let's see how they do against Reanu Keeves. It would appear most of them are not really managing to do any damage, but what if Reanu Keeves starts to fight back? Well, all it takes is a yeet, and that's 1 down. Yeet again. A boof. A lawak. Oh, fine. Yes. Reanu Keeves, the greatest. Whoa. What a nice triple KO there. And a yonk. Oh, and there we go. All of the wolves have been defeated. Well, and also the saber cats. Now that wasn't too difficult, was it? So what if we try and find a slightly more difficult boss to fight? I was wondering, it might be a good idea to try and summon the ghost of a frost giant because, you know, it does seem like quite an impressive little enemy to fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is one of the most powerful enemies in the game. It was added in the Dragonborn DLC, and he's immediately increased my heavy armor skill just with every hit he does. What a lovely guy. Wow, look, we've leveled up. So maybe we should have a few more of them. Like, say, 30. I don't know, that seems like a good amount to have. Right, come on, grind up these levels. If anyone's going to be able to inflict any damage on Reanu, it's probably going to be you. Oh, goodness, this is a mess. Oh, what have I done? Heavy armor 39? Good. Keep grinding, guys. It's gamer time. Now, remember, other than the summoning in of creatures, this game has been effectively entirely vanilla Skyrim and needs no mods to recreate this fantastic Skyrim experience. Right, have we taken any damage? Let's go to the level up screen. Nope, no damage has been taken. My goodness, just look at them continue wailing on poor Reanu. Right, Reanu, it's time we fight back. So that's a 1 punch and another 1 punch and another 1 punch. Come on, Reanu. Let's start lowering some of these bad boys down. The advantage of fighting ghosts is that you can just run through their legs and smash the attack button. Oh, we're actually doing quite a good job, I think. How many of these did I spawn in? This appears to be going on for quite a while. My goodness. And thus was the day that Reanu Keeves defeated 20 frost giants. Oh, not even just a normal frost giant. This is a ghost of a massive frost giant. Wow. What a fantastic experience this has been. Right, I'm sorry, you're gone now. Yee. Yeet. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. And now just their bodies are lying hidden on the floor. Yes, Todd, I will pretend that I can't see this rough outline of a ghost body. Now let's go do a good thing to increase Reanu Keeves' karma, like defeating all those bandits over there. Ah yes, Fort Greymore, where they put up these little wooden defenses to protect themselves. Shame I can just hit them and get rid of them in one go. Oh, hello there, bandit highwaymen. Oh, you guys look pretty impressive. And a boop. Oh no, you're gone. What a shame, bandit highwaymen. Can't you put up a decent fight against us? Oh, I'm so sorry, bandit men. Wabooshk. You know, sometimes I wonder if perhaps Skyrim wasn't meant to be played this way, and you're actually meant to, I don't know, take it seriously now. Wow, did you just shoot Reanu Keeves? Yep, straight through the nose. Wow. How's he meant to smell tea now? How's he meant to smell tea now? What have you gone and done? Right, where's that man with a bow? You're gonna have to pay for that, mate. Hello, bandit outlaw. Wabooshk. There is only one last bandit outlaw remaining. My goodness. Well, that was quite easy. Turns out bandits aren't the trickiest once you have immortality in a one-punch fist. Right, time to hurl myself off the ramparts and go on an adventure. Although actually, there is a much better way of trying to go on an adventure, and that's using the random adventure location device, also known as a horse. And the best way to enjoy a horse is to quite simply tilt it out of existence. So, let's see where Reanu Keeves' adventures are going today. First, you tilt your faithful companion into the ground, and then hit E. Seriously, no, we don't want to have an adventure here. Tilt further, horse. Further, yes, good horse. Right, now we go. And there we go, it's adventure time for Reanu Keeves. No, it's not, because the game has just crashed. Oh, you know what? As Reanu Keeves escapes his realm and moves into a different dimension, I think it's time we say goodbye to him for now. If you'd like to see Reanu Keeves again, hey, give me a shout and I'm sure we can do it. And also, if you have enjoyed seeing what you've watched and witnessed and partaked in today, then hey, feel free to give the video a like. And remember that, hey, you can do this too. All it takes is a copy of Skyrim and you too can just destroy the experience and have no fun in your game whatsoever anymore. It's absolutely fantastic. But most importantly, thank you all for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. You have been some of the best audience we could ever possibly ask for. Now we're at the segment of the video where I'd like to basically ask you guys in the audience, what would you like to see next? Would you like to see more Skyrim? Would you like to see a bit of Tropico 6? Alternatively, would you like me to just get on and try and release this Steam video as fast as possible? Or do you have any exploits of your own? If you have exploits, feel free to drop them in the Discord or send me an email, as that's usually the best way to get them to me. Anyway, as always, thank you very much to all of my fantastic patrons. These majestic people make all of these fantastically, wonderfully silly videos possible, so to each and every one of them, I thank you very much. And if you're wondering what video you'd like to watch next, then look no further than this one on screen now. Trust me, it's been handpicked by myself and also YouTube to be right up your alley. If you enjoyed this kind of cup of tea, this is going to be your next cup of tea. It's majestic. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see all of you in the next one. Have an absolutely lovely day, and goodbye for now.